Right. Annette, go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us about it, and give us some good advice. What do you see in the future?
Yes. My name's Arnelle Mitchell Warford. I'm a 500-hour yoga teacher and astrologer. When we're talking about this topic of children in our future, there's a lot of change that's coming up. So Bill just mentioned that, this new generation is totally different, and he is absolutely right. So one of the planets when we think about generations, one of the planets we look at is Pluto because it's the furthest from us and it represents generational changes. Pluto just moved into the sign of Aquarius, which is all about technology. It's all about information, computers, doing things radically differently. And so not only are our children facing a really strong influx of technology in their lives, they're also going to be experiencing a lot of personal change in their individuality. And the concept of what does it mean to be an individual is beginning to change and morph a lot more. And so the other book, what is your name, the librarian?
Rethia Morrison.
Rethia, she shared her book where a small child was in the mirror and he said, he wants to disappear. And it's going to be common that the kids that we're raising now are going to have issues with their identity. And so that's why it's going to be super important to support them, to get therapy, to practice things like mindfulness and meditation, having them practice turning inward. So that they know the value of who they are in themselves and also embrace their individuality. The other thing that's really interesting is that so we have two different like systems of astrology. We have our tropical, which I mentioned is Aquarius, and then we have something called the sidereal. And so in our sidereal chart, Pluto is actually in Capricorn. And so the sidereal represents our internal self. The tropical represents everything that's happening in the outside world. And what's interesting is that in Capricorn is all about tradition. It's all about doing things the way that they were. And it seems like polar opposites. But what's going to happen is that in the phase of technology, people are going to find ways to rewrite tradition. And even with this influx of technology, they're going to find ways that are unique to them to pull away from it a little bit just to have a healthy medium. And so it's really important that we're encouraging our kids to have healthy habits, to read books, to enjoy hobbies that they love, because that's going to be the thing that grounds them. And to do things that they actually enjoy, whether that's hobbies, whether it's artwork, reading, writing, poetry. That can be a really powerful way to make sure that your child stays grounded, they stay self-connected, and confident.
Mhm. Mhm.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So I'm going to bring Kia. Everybody, I forgot to say this. Please put your website, and if you want people to contact you, put it in the chat. If you just want them to go and buy your books from Barnes and Nobles or Amazon, then just put your website or your link. But I will make sure that everybody's links are available with their videos as well. So this is part of networking. If you would like to connect with anyone that you met, please go ahead and put in the chat your website, your contact information. If you don't want to be contacted, do not do that. All right. And also people who are watching on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn, wherever this video is available. If you want us to contact you and if you want us to give you 2 tickets to our live stream in studio audience, then make sure you write us a comment so we can send you those tickets. Brightside, Discover Brightside is no longer available to everyone. You can watch the videos for free. For sure, we'll have all the videos available, but in our studio, because while we're recording, we don't want to be distracted and disturbed. we are limiting the people to only the speakers that come on the studio. But if you want to meet our celebrity authors and if you want to meet our people, then make sure you put it in the comments so I can send you 2 tickets to the live taping. But otherwise, all the videos will be available on discoverbrightside.com/prosperity and at our bookstore as well as our book society that we're going to call it now. And get ready, get ready, get ready. And I want to congratulate Joanne and Bill Wagner for being this year, 2025, award winners. And we will have our Brightside Christmas open house in December. And they have got this a couple of years now, and I can't keep track of how many years we've been doing this, but their books are great. And if you want to be nominated and you want to get this award, we are accepting nominations. I will have the nomination paperwork up on our website. So if you want your book to be nominated, make sure you fill out the paperwork so that our review committee can consider your book, your product, your service, your film for our 2025 Brightside Virtual Awards. All right. So thank you for watching Discover Brightside, and I am going to bring Kia. Kia, can we see you? Are you talking today, or all right, or you just observing? All right. Well, thank you for watching Discover Brightside.